Hey family, it's your girl Natural Chocolate, and welcome to Leaving Corporate America Volume 2. And today I'm going to talk about what you're trying to do. Okay? So hopefully by now you have kind of thought about whether or not you really want to leave, or if you just need to make an adjustment. Maybe you just need to change careers, or if you really want to go into working for yourself. And for the record, when you go to work for yourself, you do go to work for a maniac. Okay? They'll never let you have a day off. They'll never let you take a lunch break, have a nap, nothing. I'm just joking. But anyway, okay, so what are you trying to do? Okay, so here's the thing about passion. And let's refer to the subject of your passion as a widget. Okay? So I am passionate about fill in the blank, right? Mine, we'll insert mine. I am passionate about cooking, okay? Cooking is my widget. Regardless of what the widget is, the process with the passion is the same, okay? So here's the thing about that. What is it exactly that you're trying to accomplish with your widget? And not literally. Obviously, with food, I'm going to feed people or teach people how to cook for themselves, and really want people to enjoy cooking, you know, maybe even if not as much as I do, but whatever. But the bigger thing, which is really not about the widget, is really not about cooking, is that the reason why I'm following this path is hopefully that I will inspire people to get into their lane or their right seat in the right house by them watching me follow mine, and give them a realistic picture of what that looks like. Because a lot of people think you leave corporate America, oh my gosh, life is great, you can set your own hours, you know, you don't have a crazy boss, you can do what you love or whatever. I don't care how artistic you are, how creative you are, whatever the case may be, there is a business and administrative side to everything, and you need to be fully aware of that. So you really need to think about, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Are you doing this to show your children that yes, you can be an entrepreneur? Are you doing this to develop skill sets in yourself? Are you doing this to help your family? Are you doing this for a bigger, broader picture? Because you need something bigger than, I just want to do this because it's fun. Because even in your passion, if you don't have a bigger why, you are not going to stick to it. So I talked before about when you leave corporate America, if you don't leave for the right widget, you're not going to stick to it. And now I'm telling you, in your widget, whatever the subject of your passion is, if you do not have a bigger reason why you're pursuing that other than self-gratification, you also will not stick to it. And so a lot of people don't tell you that. They just say, oh, just do what you love. Great, because that's going to help you stick to it. But then you also need to have a bigger why. Is it for your children? Is it for your family? Is it for the community at large, or whatever? I'll give a perfect example. I was watching, I think it was Life Class, and there was this lady who was talking about that there's this whole epidemic going on that a lot of people don't know about, called border babies. And these are babies that are basically left behind in the hospital by their parents, and they're not sick. And the reason why they're called border is because they're in the hospital but they're not sick. There's nowhere for them to go, and they were dying at an exponential rate, you know, for them to be healthy babies. And she came to the conclusion that they need love. So she started a house where they put the babies in this house, and people will come 24 hours around the clock to rock with the babies, to feed them, just to give them love and nourishment. Now she does that full time. That's a huge impact on the community at large, on somebody's life, or whatever the case may be. And granted, it's kind of also the nature of her business, so that makes it a little bit more obvious. But for me, it took me a long time to realize, what exactly am I trying to do? Like, I love to cook, I want to feed people, and that's great, right? But there's more to it than that. Why am I so adamant about, I want to get in my lane, in my space? And it's because somebody somewhere might see me do what I do, and they might get in their lane, and their lane might be to you know, to preach, and they may preach one sermon that's going to save one soul. Or somebody might get in the lane, and their lane is to do science and research and medicine, and they meet with a person and they come up with a cure for the common cold, for cancer, for AIDS, whatever the case may be. But even if it's not that, even if I just get in my lane that inspires somebody else to get in their lane, inspires somebody else to get in their lane, and people are just happier, and therefore they have more healthy relationships, there's a bigger why. So I know you're thinking, how do I figure out what my bigger why is? 5 whys. Keep asking yourself why 5 times, and usually that'll get you to the root cause. For instance, I'll be transparent and use myself as an example. I want to leave corporate America. Why? Because I'm unhappy here and I'd rather be cooking. Why? Because I don't like how I behave when I'm unhappy, or the kind of relationships that I'm developing, or the kind of person that I'm becoming. And I feel like I can do so much more when I'm cooking. Well, why? Because I really view myself as a very friendly person, a very outgoing person. I want other people to, you know, feel that way and have that kind of joy and whatever, Bam, I found it. You see what I'm saying? So take yourself through the 5 whys or whatever. And here's the thing. It's kind of like, it's not as simple as leaving, because you really need to know yourself. You really need to know yourself. You need to know your work ethic. If you are not I'm going to work hard kind of person till the job is done, baby, entrepreneurship, self-employment is not the place for you. Because there's no punishment or no consequences, let me say, for not getting up on time, not getting something done today. I mean, there are, but you control that. There's no external accountability, okay? And then even if you go and get an accountability partner, you can fire them if you want to. You can be like, I don't want you to be my accountability partner, or I'm not going to answer the phone or whatever, because it's only impacting you. Now, that's unless you have a spouse and children or whatever. That's already some great motivation to do that, okay? But you really need to know yourself, which means you have to be willing to spend time alone to really think about why do you want to do this? And did have you prayed about it and gotten the green light? Okay? Because sometimes the answer is yes, but just not right now. So don't just think, oh, I'm unhappy right now, so I'm going to leave. When I tell you, I knew the day I started my job in corporate America that I was going to leave, but it took me 4.5 years before I left. Because you have to have a plan. What's the plan? You can't just, oh, I'm out today, especially not in this economy, okay? And I probably should bring my mother on, who's a certified financial planner, and have her talk to you about the kind of financial preparation you need to do before you leave, okay? So today's lesson is the 5 whys. What is the real reason? What are you trying to accomplish with your life by going with your passion? Because the passion, okay, came from above, right? That desire to do that. But so with that, there is more of a purpose than just being self-gratified, okay? These are my beliefs. If you disagree, you don't have to watch, okay? It's all love. But so think about that. Think about why did you get this desire? Because it doesn't matter what the widget is. It doesn't matter what the widget is, the subject of the passion. It's all about what is the point of the process of following the passion. What is that supposed to accomplish? So think on that, contemplate on it, chew on it, marinate on it, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Deuces.